Hey guys, welcome in. It's Arcfall on a Thursday. I mean, what? We all know why. Because this arc wasn't ready. So yes, we get to play Arcfall on a Thursday. Excuse me, frog in my throat. And yeah, let's just go through it and see what we've got. Have a quick chat about, well, all the shenanigans of the last week, couple of weeks and everything. So I'm sure somebody's going to get in there with, hey boss, welcome in. I'm sure we're going to get there at some point with about the SVP and the potentials and all that. Remember, I don't have an NDA. I've not been invited to any of these meetings. In fact, I'm not very well known. I'm known among some of the core NDA content creators and RevJuice, but I'm not really well known amongst the other God only knows how many. So, but anyway, welcome in and let's get on with it then. So the Arcfall has come, Starfleet Academy Part 2, whether, depends how you feel about Star Trek Academy in the first place. Me, not a big fan of the show in all honesty. So now, first of all, obviously, we've got a lot of quality of lives come in, like most notably this particular one here. As you can see, I've already set up all my claims on this one. There's one in the faction store. There's search buttons left, right, and center. It was actually amazing to see so much quality of life. And kudos to the Stfc team here. Now, I am in this stream going to differentiate between Scopely and the Star Trek Fleet Command team because obviously there is a big difference. Now, I'm wondering if that's actually... just trying to have a look at it. It's wrinkled to buggery. I don't even think if I do that, it's going to solve the problem. Eventually, I will actually exchange this for a proper green screen, and you know, so I can actually have the rest of the screen behind me rather than a nice big starfield. But anyway, so it's nice the fact we get all this now. It is part of well, that is part of it apparently. It is part of and I've just bought the wrong blooming thing. I didn't want that. I wanted that. This. New bulk refine for your dailies. Now, obviously, they've claimed it all off, so we can actually see what it looks like here in the game. But you've got to keep logging in for the day every single day. Now, that shouldn't be a problem for the hardcore players. That shouldn't be, even to be perfectly honest, right? Even the casual players who just log in, just to, you know, reset your miners. Literally, that's all you need to do. Just log in, reset your miners. And guess what? You've been able to log in for the day. Now, this also can tie in with this. Yes, we got this last month, didn't we? And all these across the top here, showing all the different rewards and all that we're going to be getting, and topping off with broken desealing rods. Now, I have done a quick math last month and confirmed that the desealing rods that we actually got last month, if you use all the individual sources that we had, which was the Overflow Battle Pass, your 28-day chest, there was the Mid-Arc Flash Pass, Officer Flash Pass, and you'd be able to get around about 3 of these a month. Well, in total now, last month at least, well, the last arc, part 90, we actually got more than that. We got over what was it, 1,000 and I'm trying to do the math off the top of my head here. So 60, 180, so 180 you actually usually get 3 times. Now, obviously, if you use sources at the minute, I haven't actually looked at the battle pass, and from what I'm seeing, from what I'm hearing so far for Lube Stream, and I've also been hearing on Nigel Rovers because I quickly dropped in on his. Apparently, the battle pass is on the free to play path is it's down on resources and materials. I mean, go figure. I mean, yeah, you get 90 there, bit of shock really, but you get your other 270 there if you're prepared to pay for the elite. I pay for the elite every single month, so there's 20 quid I pay for the elite line, so that's me extra 360. Then obviously I've got me 28 days, which I normally do. And then there was an event which actually paid out some desealing rods as well. What we got here, so no, that's materials. I've not even looked at all this yet. So to see what there is, I thought I'm going to do it here on stream with you all. And then we can talk about, yeah. I mean, this one, Finale Ral Domination Heroic. Well, Heroic means that as a free-to-play player, you're never going to be able to do this. So, but what is it? Use the Athena to defeat the... Yeah, basically, you're going to need to buy the ship. And unless you use the lucky one to win it on loop stream, yeah, you ain't going to have a chance. So, then obviously you got the normal Athena events, Academy system events. So we've got, look at that, another heroic SMS. Go figure. Oh, but we've got a few of these as well. We will be looking at the Academy drones. So you got the 51 boss. Oh, that's all right then. So what? That's half the blueprints, isn't it? So, but these honors, absolutely nice. I'll definitely take them. And it should... My building is already level 17 due to all the extra bits honors that we got last month, and they were kind enough to drop the battle pass for a second run where you would get the free to play and the elite line completely unlocked. So, and I was jammy enough to actually win the battle pass on mini stream. So thanks Mini for that one. Absolutely loved it. Academy drones SMS. We got that event today. Ugh. So go kill the Academy drones. I need to kill 15 of them. So we'll get to do that today as well. We'll see how that progresses. Now, I'm just trying to debate, would the Dauntless be of any help on this one? Yeah. Oh, must remember to pull them. I hate that particular event. The only reason I hate that event is because you've constantly got to go to the web store. This can only be done in-game once a week. The rest of the time, you've got to go to the web store. Sorry, why do I want to go somewhere else to get something for this game? The only time I want to do that is the battle pass. Because my card details are not saved in a computer. They're saved on mobile phone. So I have to go to the web store to do it, because I also want the multiphasics, which you can only get on the web store or on the PC version. I've not seen them in the mobile phone version. So we've got the outpost, so that's nice and easy to complete. So outpost, yep. Officer depot, pretty standard really. So go out and kill them. Remember, oh, I'm not even bothered with this because, like, why? I did faction hunt when it came round. I can't be bothered to keep doing faction hunt. It's too many kills. To mention, oh, I must remember to get that done as well. So, right, I need to quickly put these on. Like I said, I've not even logged into the game this evening. I had a quick look after maintenance eventually finished. And once again, they put on that extra hour, didn't they? I don't know why they keep shrinking and say, oh, it's only going to take 2 hours. It's only going to take 2 hours. I tell you what, Scope, Stfc team, just shut the game down for 5 hours. Tell us it's going to take 5 hours. And if it actually done before that 5 hours, put the game back on. Send an announcement. Guys, we got it finished early. You can log in and crack on. Just, this is where the STFC team get it wrong. They haven't watched Star Trek The Search for Spock. Now, there's a reason why I'm mentioning that particular point, and it's when the Enterprise returns to space dock. There's your clue. I mean, I know there's only a couple of you watching, but or listening, but there's your clue on what I'm trying to say. There's well, I better refresh that node. If Scopely had actually bothered to watch that film, that particular point, there's one officer who makes it very clear why he's a miracle worker. Give us a bigger time frame. Yes, fine, we're going to kick off. We're going to throw darts at them. But personally, I would rather them turn around and say it's going to take 5 hours to do this update and put the game back on after 3. When initially it should have only taken 2. You know, it's just like common sense. But then again, let's not mince words here. Digit, where are they located? Dublin, in Ireland. Where's Scotty from? Scotland. Even after a few whiskies, the Scottish will still make more sense than even the English. I mean, come on, I'm English. I've got to say that. Some of the Scots make far more sense to me than most English people. But yeah, digits in Ireland. So you kind of just got to think, do they understand the concept, or do they not want to do that because it's a Scottish man who came out with the idea of how to become a miracle worker? But anyway, that's just me ranting about them. I mean, I could rant about Scopely all day if I wanted to, but hey ho, that would make a fun stream. Yeah, stream Pegasus rants about Digit and the STFC team. I will definitely not get an NDA at that point. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't have the NDA, but hey, who knows? But anyway, circling back to these books then, so it's nice to actually have these additional books, but like I said, they are all tied around doing this particular thing right here. So you just basically got to log in, and like I say, the easiest way around it is just log in and do you reset your miners. You've just seen me doing the squall. Just do that. You know, no one says you have to actually physically play the game for hours and hours just to do this. Simple login and that's it. And of course, as well, that does tie up with the daily track as well that they're giving us. This one in the daily logging calendar, so you get points for every single one. It's like, I've already logged into this game once since this was uploaded. Have I actually received the first day? No, I won't receive this until tomorrow. I won't receive it till tomorrow. And I think I've got one other thing to come tomorrow, which I am absolutely looking forward to doing if it actually pans out right tonight. So let me just bring her out. I've still got my FKRs to do, I think. Have I still got my FKRs to do? If I have, I've got a fair bit of grinding to do. That's not going to be good. Daily goals. Oh, yes. So there's ore mining. Still to do. Yep, still got me hazards. Yeah, still got all them to do. I'm doing that. I better get that put out, Anna. That's a gas one. So let's get input out. Keep the max crew on it. There. Oh, look at this. Filter. Search by name. And then enter. There we go. So all the TAs, I mean, you got like Tasha, Chakotay, Data, Stamit, so anything that's got the particular TA in it. So if we change the L on, oh, guess what? Tal! Our only officer that's got absolutely no bloody sourcing in the game. No sourcing in the game. But yet, surprisingly, they still put stuff, specific information in officers that say, will not work if Tal's on the bridge. You can't bloody level him up. You can't tier him up. What? Why put something on there when you can't get an officer that can't do more than tier 1? Decreases hull health by 5% each round with burning against players and hostiles under level 60. Why? What's the bloody point of putting that? Because yes, it can be devastating. That 5% can be devastating. But if you've got officers like, if we PIAC, pick you. If you've got officers like him, he repairs your hull. One way, that way. He repairs your hull. Suda, put him on the bridge. He does the exact same thing. Tal's not as effective anymore with specific officers. And most players are running pick Hugh below deck. He's currently on my squall. He's not on my primary PvE crew. He's on my squall, but he goes out and deals with the Vija hostiles once or twice a week. I can't remember which one he's under. Let's have a quick look. Which one I've got him under? So I've got the Orions, which, yes, is on there, but that slot's never in use because the ball cube's not. Oh, thanks for the view attack there, Chris. I didn't see the egg come up. I don't know if anyone else saw the egg come fly in. And so there are redeems and everything, but I don't actually know if they work properly because I don't know what I'm doing with that crap. Loop's tried to help me with it, but I still can't get my head around it. I think I need somebody to come in and program it for me, to be honest. This one here, this one here, the silence. So once a week, PickQ gets to go out against the Vija hostiles, the silent ones. And that's on a Saturday. That's it. It's the only time PickQ goes out on my PvE crews. Other than that, he's on my Serene Squall. I don't have him on any other. Do I have him on PvP? No, I don't. Let's see. Viewer attack. Got a new attack with channel points. Can be used in viewer attack extension. Huh? Oh, okay. About a minute and a half and we've got some ads coming up. Ask Netniv. Yeah, I could, but the one thing is he's very busy and I don't want to interrupt him while he's quite so busy. But, I mean, if I start streaming more often, you know, if I actually get my ass into gear and actually... Oh, Mr. CDB. Yeah, that'll go down with CDB, won't it? Can I just ask your missus to help me program my tax and everything? So, but no, once I get going with... if I can just get my ass into gear and actually start streaming, I may eventually put them all in. But I don't like my stream being full of all that stuff. I know others do. They've got their reasons why they like it. But me, I like to go and rant about the game. Show off the stuff in the game and everything. So, but anyhow, no. So where was I? So yeah, I was on about the bulk claims. I've just totally lost where I was. So obviously search on it. This is the one thing about my stream. Never stays on par. Never stays straight. Always goes off on a tangent. What is it? We're done. Gas, isn't it? Oh shit! Did I change its skin over? No, I didn't. This is a little bit of a pain in the ass. 3 times a day. Sorry, twice a day actually. Changing the skin and the officers just to send my biggest cell key out. But I mean, look at that. I mean, I've got a massive amount of hazard resistance. So the best I can go up there is there. I could go to the 500s if I wanted to. I don't think she could actually reach the 500s. Is there actually any more? No, it can't. So 5%. I mean, I could still last a fair amount of time there, only getting 5% damage. So what's this? Oh, Unity. Ah, yeah. Right, let's get Unity cleared off. Boom, 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 boom. Where am I on this one? I better. Oh, there I am, down in 11th. So, tell you what, we'll just slap a few of them in, shall we? I don't think that's going to get me very high. There you go, boss. Now you can say that I've actually put some. I'll put some in. Yeah, didn't use much. Still not even put me in the top 10. This is the thing that also pees me off with this. Sometimes you can see more, but then suddenly it just cuts off to the top 10. So yeah, definitely not gone into the top 10. So I must need to put more in. I'm not doing more right now. That's sufficient. So, ooh, battle pass. So, right. Let's have a look at this battle pass then. See what we've actually got in this month. So, we're starting off with Officer Depot tokens for the free-to-play. And the Elite line has got some class honours. Now, last month, of course, the Mythic line was... Oh, you're back. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot the ads were on. What a stupid idiot I am. So you just missed me putting all those all those donations in through Latin. I mean, you was in ads. I'm such a brilliant streamer, aren't I? I'm shit at this. But anyway, so yeah, last month the Mythic line was actually ridiculous. I mean, it was like less than this. And it was like, there was absolutely no point spending that extra 30 quid just to get this line. Now, is there a bit more worth it? Well, let's just take a look at this. I mean, the first one for the this R, as you can see, 172. Then for the 20 quid, I'm looking at jumping up to 688. But then I'm literally doubling just going there. And if I work out, that's 275. I'll tell you what, let's get that handy dandy calculator up. Where is she? There she is. And when she actually loads, 2750 divide 2. Oh, guess what? So it's just a little bit less than 50%. So doubling this, just a little bit less, because so that's not particularly too bad actually. So 25,000 to 32,000. Guess what? That would actually really get my Serene Squall up and running. So, but what's the extras we're going to get with that one? Nope, just on its own. I don't want to claim that just yet. So all this is basically just all then. Okay, that's interesting. I don't recall it doing that last time. I thought it was resources and materials. I'm sure that's what it did last month. I'm sure it's resources and materials. Because if that's the case, Scopely, I can see why some people are saying the free-to-play line is less than last month. That almost feels like we're being screwed out of resources and materials. Well, I mean, I don't track all this, so... okay, nice credits. Yay. What does he get? Oh, just with that. Oh, my lordy. Why am I getting the funny feeling that this is not exactly going to be... what's that? Oh, so I'm just getting Latner with that one. Get depot tokens with that one, but then I can go for 46 3-hour Sigma speed ups. I get the encouragement to, you know, spend money, but I mean, an extra 500 tokens there. Why not put some of these in the free-to-play line? You know, like, free-to-play players would love to update their Dauntless. What else we got here? We've got Premium Mirror Dust. Yeah. Oh, that's another new thing as well. Click on that. Hey, look at what I can do. Oh, I've got some I can update already. Ooh. Can't get this one yet. But it literally just shows you all the research you can do. Then when you click on it, it takes you straight to it. So, so I can actually do one. What's that? Max Cargo. Not particularly too fussy about that one. That can be like one of the end ones. Damage against players, an extra 50%. Woohoo! I'm really looking forward to that one. Not. So, yeah, we've got nice little things there. So, what is it? No, this one doesn't do anything special. Let's have a look. I don't think you do anything. No, you won't do anything special neither. So, what else we got? So we've got more. Oh, okay. So my Serene Squall's going to be getting a nice update this month as well. You know, I'm just looking at my Stream Manager and I'm noticing it seems to be a little bit behind. I've only dropped 60 frames. Okay. Well, that's going to make things a little bit more interesting, isn't it? That's going to make things a little bit more interesting because that means I've already shot past. When somebody drops in something, I've already shot past. So let's do this then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Wow, 26 seconds. Holy shit. So that's a serious case of lag. A serious case of lag. Let's just make sure. Right. Just turn that off for a minute, because I'm hoping that's wrong. No, I don't want to stream device. So let's put that one up again. I have actually dropped. I've fallen behind. That's not good. That's not good. Right, let me have a look. There's got to be a way I can get that sorted. It says my connection's pretty good. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so it's about 13 seconds behind. So for some reason my phone, oh hang on, buffering there. So I don't know. I'm trying to click the blooming X button in the blooming on the other screen instead of actually on the game. So Chris, I'm going to ask if you're still here, just to drop something in the comments for me, please. Looks like I'm having a drop off here. A bad drop off. Yeah, that was a significant amount of time there, boss. Why? What? Why? What? Why does this do this to me? I don't understand why this does this to me. I really don't. I mean, if I bring this here, right, you can see that what you guys are seeing is not what's going on. in the background. So it... Aye. That's not good. Blooming heck. Right. I don't even know how to try and get it to catch up. But we'll just have to carry on as it is anyway. Because it makes absolutely no sense. So I will apologise. It's about 30 seconds behind. So I just when I think I've got everything sorted and everything settled out, something goes wrong. There's always something. So it's like even, oh my god, I've dropped more frames. I'm dropping frames left, right, and centre here. Hit it. Yeah. Right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop this stream. Then I'm going to come back. So keep an eye on my channel for it to come back up. All right. I mean, there's only 6 of you watching or listening. So come back in. And hopefully it'll be, well, you know, it'll be actually on par. It'll be working. So I will be back in, well, I'll give it a minute and then I'll come back in. So be right back. Okay, so right, so all being well, that's actually sorted it out. I've adjusted the frame rates to try and lower them down a little bit. And see if that does anything to it. So, right. So, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, we're going to get somewhere a bit further this time and not have the massive drop. Like I said, I've dropped the frames per second on it from 30 to 20. So, hopefully, we're not going to get any drop off this time. Famous last words. So, right, let's start getting these daily pulls, and then we're going to see what additional stuff that they've given us. Now, like we say, this is tied into you doing your 7-day logging in for 7 days. Obviously, you will have to sort of like go in and manually put them all in, the ones that you particularly want. Now, whether this is going to carry on without you having to reset it all, I hope so, because I would hate to think that I'd have to reset this every single week. I don't mind having to do this little bit, but I really would not like to do this every single week. Now, I do have 2 chests in here that I've not put into it. So I've got the 7-day that's in there, but I haven't put this one in, the 30-day lore chest, because I'm building these up towards my G7. Yes, I am already planning ahead. I'm up 67. I'm planning ahead for G7. Now, I can either save them all up to get a crap ton of materials to update to build the Enterprise E, or use them towards, you know, wait till I actually get into G7 and do it that way. So I've still got plenty of them. I wish they would actually boost this by now, because really, I mean, another one is the independent archives. We'll look at that one a little bit later today, and I know Scoper's explanation. I don't like it, plain and simple. Because, well, we'll talk about that when we actually get there. So, right. Now all we need is like a bulk claim for all these individual things added in. So like one for artifacts, one for recruit, resources, alliances. Yeah, I do go in here. I only do the single pulls because it's just cheaper, and it means I can get more rare directives out of it. So yes, I'm still claiming these because I'm trying to get the Alliance star base up. I mean, I don't know why I'm even bothering with it. I really don't, because I don't think there's actually any plans to, fix it. I would love it if they would actually fix it, but yeah. I only get this particular chest because of the epic directives, which I then use. I do pull this particular chest, which I go for the faction credits, and obviously these badges at the bottom. So there are various ones why I still use the G3, which I still feel they have value, even for me at Op 67. I mean, that one's pathetic because of the rare directives, but the one thing is I need to pull the rare directives just to get so I can go do the rare armadas. Yes, I could go team up with my alliance and help some of them. I overpower most of them. And if I send a ship in, even a weaker ship that can still reach, weaker for me, I'm still collecting most of the loot. Yes, fine, I could look at getting the Kumari out and getting the Discovery out, jump in, summon the Kumari out there and use a Kumari, so I'm not using as much, so I'm not claiming too much off them. But yeah, besides, usually when I get notifications as well that armadas are running, I'm looking, if I'm in game, I'm looking at the chat, blah blah blah, yeah, blah blah blah. If I'm looking at chat, then and there's no armada started, I'm thinking, well, why am I getting notification on my phone telling me someone started an armada? Obviously, they haven't. So, but I mean, it's like if I look at here right now, go to power. So at the minute, I'm still third. I'm still third, but say like my fleet vice admiral here, he's an Ops 58. If he ran one, I know for a fact I can pull a ship in that's way more powerful than what he's got available. So if we jump onto ships, I mean, again, there's a search bar here, so we can just type in there Kumari. That's how strong my Kumari is. 14.2 million. I know it says they're 13 million, but 14.2 million. That's still going to rip apart most of his, be stronger than some of his ships. Yeah, fine, he's a 58, he's got a lot more, but that's, even at that, that's still going to do some serious damage. But that's because obviously I've got all that far. Why have I got 8? Why were these? Oh, I know why. Right, that one there I can't do anything about, because there's some in here I'm not collecting. Transport cells. What? Yeah, so that's one I definitely don't need. Tetrions I don't bother because I don't bother with collecting. Ancient beacons, a waste of complete time for me. So, and for some reason, Stream Elements is finally put in chat about the stream is now live. I don't know. 3 chests in here apparently. Oh yeah, right. So we need to put that one in because that one's definitely there. Why is that one not ticked off? And you know, I actually set these up. I'm sure I set these up on my phone. Usually when I set something up on my phone, it doesn't actually transmute into the PC version. And vice versa. So, but anyway, it says I've got a load there. Fine, whatever. Look at that juicy pull. 210,000. That's because of a prime I managed to get through the Alliance tournaments. So now, so that's that. Now, here comes the independent archives. So now we can stop and actually look at this one. Now, this one, I mean, Jesus Christ, 1,200 just to start. And yes, right. I am going to say this. I appreciate the fact that this will also be looking at players who are still yet to update it, get it up to the necessary level. I mean, as you can see, it's Shipyard 40 to actually get the NX01. And then you need Archive 40 as well just to do it. Well, if you've been working your way through it, this will, getting the NX01 from the beginning, this will actually benefit you. But by the time you actually get to here, Ops 48, Archives 48, Tier 5, well, your NX01 is not going to be Tier 5. Your NX01 is probably going to be Tier 8, if not higher, because of all these efficiency components. And this stacks. You got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10% there. That stacks up over time and just, you know, chips away a little bit. So, yeah, the only thing that's really worth anything for me here is the hostile piercing. That's it. The expanded cargo, yeah, okay, I can take that. That's absolutely fine. But the hostile piercing is going to be a lot more beneficiary to me. But up level 71. Level 71 to master this. Now, yes, Scopely have made, sorry, the Stfc team have made their point about why it's that high. I barely use the NX01. There she is. I barely use her. Once a week, one quick run, and I'm done. That's it. I'm constantly getting the warp tokens, building up and up and up. I barely use her. The only thing she's good for is long-range deep space exploration, which ideally a tier 12 NX01 is actually the best because she's got one hell of a warp range. I think mine can actually still put my my best ship is actually the Titan at the minute for how far she can go. So, like, if I put the NX01 there, come on, up we come. Thank you. So, NX01 warp range is 1607. Now, put a warp range crew on there. TOS Scotty, Cadet Scotty, and Grush, which at the minute Grush is out here mining. I can increase that substantially to probably around about 1800. But yet, my Titan already is 1669. So both these ships can reach G7 space when they've got the warp enhancing crews on them. So, like, if I go up here now, where's the entry system? There she is. So, like, there you go. My Titan can enter it already. And this only warp range of 1555. So if I go to the 72 system, okay, she can't reach it. Oh, hang on, 1600. Yes, my Titan can still reach it. Now, can I reach the 73 system with the Titan? No, bit high, even for the NX01. So I can reach a 72 system with the Titan and the NX01. But other than that, the NX01's really main game is all the way back over here. What am I doing? This is the problem with pages. Is in here. That's it. I send it to the level 60 system, let it deal with what's in there. That's it. That's all I do. She's not much use for anything else. Yeah, okay, I can use her to look inside systems, but I need to enter. I need to have unlocked that system first. But other than that, she's no use, no ornament to me anymore. She's not. I like the NX class Sorry, I should be doing it that way because it's that side of me. No, it's not. It's that side. I was right. I love the NX class, don't get me wrong. But she's just not valuable to me anymore. She's not. Which really is a shame. So why I have to wait till Op 71 just to master her and get the gold avatar, I don't know. That should be Archive 66. So I just wet my whistle there. It should be 66, not 71. But, I mean, looking at what we're going to get as well. Export credits. Waste of time to me. Unless I can trade up, they're a waste of time. Ceramic composites for the parts for the ship. Again, I don't need it. If you're up 71, you don't need these anymore because you know for a fact you've already maxed it. Unless you've got another 5 or 6 sat in your dock waiting to be upgraded, you don't need it. These, giving us the ship parts at mastery level is a complete and utter waste of time because you've got to have maxed the ship. Yes, you might want to go buy another one. I've just got a second Squall. There's going to be a use for that, but I'm not going to buy any more. So I'm not going to get the blueprints for more. These always a winner. You know what? Double that for me because these are what you're going to need for the Alliance tournaments, the 10K event. So perfect sense to get that. Delphic expanse. Well, okay. 2, yeah, fine. Bearing in mind that this takes all this out of the refinery. We'll see all this later in the refinery. Materials, yeah. Hue, maxed. All I'm getting now here is transport patterns. That's it. Bonus, I'll take it. But, I mean, I'll take the Sigma resources as well, especially the Tritanium. But then when it comes to the export credits of Uncommon, Rare, and Epic, they're all under RNG. And you can damn right guarantee that the RNG is going to be aimed at the lower end. So, but I mean, let's see how far we can get with this 5,000 that we've actually got. So we've got level 1, level 2, and level 3. That's it. That's as far as I can go because I'm now blocked. I need another 1,000. Yee! Thanks. So, not a lot I can do about that one, but we'll claim the rest of it. I always just claim there's a lot of stuff in here I do not need. Like, transport patterns there for that one. I don't need active nanoprobes. I don't need charged nanoprobes. I don't need the loot bonuses. Jailer, yeah, fine. Frequency modulators, don't need. Minnie might need them if she wants to build another Frankie. So, but actually no, Frankie 1 I think she'll go for. Latinum, definitely take that. 5-star, 4-star parts. Why do I need them? They should be 6-star. Yeah, okay, that goes towards helping the Alliance. These, I don't need the particles anymore because I've done the research. Amalgam parts, mine's maxed. But again, I might want to get a second one to help with raiding. Syndicate XP, always a bonus. Kin tracker, oh, I should actually look at that one. But it's like plunder, I don't get it. That's still valuable. That is still valuable. That's not, because I've done most of the research. Mantis is already maxed. Hull fragments, yeah, okay, fair dues. G3 Botany Bay stuff. Look how many of these I can build now. This independent archive is full of a lot of stuff you do not need once you've maxed the actual ships out. Yes, fine, it says doing a lot of stuff like the Meridian. You don't need to go mining some, well, you still need to mine, but you don't need to refine a lot of it anymore. So, but they've taken that out as well. So, right, so let's go there. So spread the word. Oh, I'm getting that done as well, aren't I? Right, parts. Now, the only thing as well, that could be a bonus in here, if they actually had a bulk all to do the whole lot. I mean, it's good the fact I can do this and then got some in here. I've got this set up ready to start claiming. At least I thought I had it set up. I set it up on my phone. So get them ready. Now, the Athena obviously is coming in. This is just what I've got from the promo code this month. But as you can see, the cost for me for one chest is 20 engineering credits. Now, I've set this to 2, so which basically means I can actually go after this ship. It's going to take me 100 days. And the reason being is 150 there. Well, when I eventually reach the 6,000, I can get 180 a day. Now, I am going to throw a big thing in here about this. When they did the changes, why keep it at 6,000? Even for players still just entering this, it's 6,000. They can't hit the 64, 65, 66s that I can hit. I don't know about the 65 and 66s. We'll see that later, hopefully. It's still 6,000. It's still a grind. Yeah, fine, you can get in there. Now you can kill more hostiles. If you've got the crew, if you've got the ship, and you've got the ship, you've got a ship that's leveled up correctly. But if you've neglected your ships, you've neglected your research, and you enter G6, and you go after these, you are not going to do 6,000 per day. You ain't. Not when the 62s are dropping 20. Is it 20 they drop? Yeah. Yeah, 62s drop 20. 63s drop 40 and 64s drop 80. 62s drop 20. 61s drop less. So again, it's still a massive, massive grind for those entering it. This should have been lowered to at least 2,000. At least 2,000 as a top line. Top line, 2,000. But they didn't. They left it as a grind. And they said, oh, because we've reduced the power, you can kill them easier. Whoopie-doo-dah-day. Whoopie-doo-dah-day. We'll send a ship out there later on and we'll actually have a look. 61's drop 4. Thank you, boss. We'll send a ship out there and then we'll see how many you've still got to grind. Yes, you can take a loot crew. Absolutely fine. But, I mean, I can show you the maximum loot I can do. I'm sure we've got an Excelsior upgrade as well coming today. I've got this to throw in. Aggregation. So no extra in there. But yes, they've made changes to the Academy drones for the Academy space. Brilliant. Fantastic. They have dropped the power on them. I have visibly noticed that. But again, one, you need the building. You still need the building, regardless. I might do a rant video on this one, actually, come to think of it. But the only problem is my kids are off school and I don't really like ranting too much while they're in bed. I do it, but I don't like it. Luckily, I know for a fact my son is a heavy sleeper when he does actually sleep. Because I managed to burn any... Now, this will be for the British people because I don't think we have them in... I don't think you have them in America if there's any of our American friends watching. Couplins, or those who remember it, skeletons. They've got a toffee Danish, basically a swirl of pastry with caramelized toffee on top. I put one in the oven and totally forgot about it. Burnt the bloody thing. It stuck to the tray, literally stuck to the tray. You could tip it upside down and it won't going to budge. You couldn't even get a fish slice under it. It was that solid. But I set the smoke alarms in the house off. Didn't even wake my kids up. How many of these I got? 2.2 million. Okay, so I could probably do a couple of them. So I need to double check. I mean, I think our alliance has got enough for now. support. So let's get that one done. But yeah, with the Academy, they should have lowered the entry point because the entry point is still too high. You want a challenge. If you like grinding, it's perfect for you. If you like grinding, it is absolutely perfect for you. But if you don't, if you want to just get in, get what you need, get out, because you haven't got the time to sit there for hours and hours, then yeah, especially given the fact as well, it's token entry. So it's like, and what I'll do is I'll do it from, I'll actually send the Enterprise D in. I'll do it from a G6 entry. Yes, my Enterprise D is more powerful than those at 61, but it's the best I can do. So yeah, all this, when you get the NX-01 mastered eventually at 71, as we know, will disappear with the exception of this chest and this chest, because obviously you're still going to need them. And yeah, but Picard refit, so it's like, there you go, there's your resources and everything, which you're guaranteed all them. Aquatic, so as you can see here, export credits, yeah, fine, it's doubled in there, 150 choice tokens there, and then into here again, yeah. So it's like I do the double chest pull on this one. I've got 8.8 billion. I don't need to send the NX-01 out very often. But why do I need that? Why do I need that? I don't. All the research I've got for the export tree is done. So get that pulled, and then like I said, I must remember to do armadas at some point. So right. I don't do GS31 anymore because I barely do waves. However, with the new event structure that's coming out, the weekly one that starts next week, there's wave defense in it, so I might end up being having an actual reason to go do the elite solo waves once a week. But again, that's if I really want to. Sporty Spice is good. I liked her. So right now, here we go. New bulk claim. Wrong way. Right down there. Yep. I was wondering where this was when I heard it mentioned. And I thought, oh, brilliant. Now we can actually do it. And basically, all we do is normal. You just set it up. And so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to go through and show you the ones that I actually particularly pull out of everything on this side. So, tributes. I always do the tributes. Allegiance when that rolls around, because obviously it's the Rhodidium. Now I do this particular one, and if we just actually sit that there and we're going this way, I do this primarily for the credits. The Rhodidium particles I don't actually need anymore, but might as well still do that one. But it's the Federation credits I primarily go after. I don't bother with anything else in this. Yes, I should do the com badges, but at the end of the day, it's a pain in the ass to get them up, so I don't really bother. But obviously, as it says, this bundle is not available to bulk claim. There are only certain ones, like your recruit tokens, if you want them. I don't want them. But you can even do bulk claim on your blueprints. That's not nice. That's not nice. But message exchange, I go for that one as well, and then that's it. I don't bother with anything else. Oh, I finally see the Enterprise blueprint, so it's not letting me have a look. Boring. So now moving on to this one in Klingons again, I do the tribute. I won't bother with the allegiance because, well, you can only pull one of the 3 factions when you've actually done these. You get one of these a week. Sorry, one of these a day. So it gives you one a week, really. So again, down here to the message exchange, and then into Romulans, do the exact same tributes and messages. So that's what I claim out of all these. Will I claim any of the rest of it? Well, no, not really. Next up is the augment. So again, we can go in here. So again, I max pull that, I max pull that, max pull that, max pull that, and max pull that, max pull that one. This one's a hit and miss because if I just click on there in a minute and then do that, obviously it's the rods and it uses the uncommon. I seem to get through the uncommons quite quickly. But to be honest, realistically though, I don't actually, yeah. So if I do that, and then that is it. That's all I will claim out of here. I won't bother with anything else. Everything else for me will be as and when I get round to doing it. I mean, actually, I suppose I could. If I thought about it, actually, I could do this. I could put that on and do that once a day. Every time it pulls, I could get that particular mission. Just send me ship out, blow it up, and eventually I'll start building. Yeah, I never thought about doing it that way. Yeah, good thinking. At the end of the day, took long enough. Rogue, I don't bother with. Oh yeah, sorry. The only one above is this swindler's stash. Bajoran, at the minute, I don't bother particularly with that one. The only reason I would actually do that is obviously for the supercharged conductors, but again, I need all these to actually do that. So, but I like to usually pull the maximum on that one. So that one's not going to get added for a while. That gets added, that gets added, that gets added. That will get done, that will get done. Yeah, one there. Max that one out. Yeah, let's do the one chest on that one. Do that one. Do that one. Because these three here, the G4 mega chest through the G6 mega chest, they all drop the right. So I'll be back in. Adverts going on. That should be near the end now. Oh, not yet. Okay, we should be back from ads now. So obviously I completely stopped talking. So if you did watch me just basically take something to eat and a drink, sorry. I know how annoying ads are here on Twitch. I'm not going to expect you to sub to me just to get rid of the ads. Watch the ads. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you sub, thank you for supporting the channel. But I'm not going to ask you to sub. The ads are there. It's only 60 seconds long. I'm quite happily shut up for a full minute. Yeah, I said it. I will shut my mouth for a full minute and wait for you guys to come back from ads. But anyway, so where was we? So like I said, as I was saying before, I noticed the ads were coming in. G4 mega chest to the G6. All these provide the if we jump that, the dynamite particles. So it's like I like claiming these. Everything else is all RNG in here. Yeah, I know. Oh my god, I actually shut my mouth. So now obviously you'll probably notice as well, bulk claimers that telling you how many is going to be in each one. Now I'm kind of hoping that when I actually do this, it's going to claim the whole lot for everything in one fell swoop. So now this is the wave defense one. Yeah, there's only one in here, that one chest I go for in this one, and that's the Tritanium, because Tritanium in Sigma is a nightmare to source. So Terran I don't bother with because that's your arenas and I really can't be bothered. Yep, I do these every now and again. Relativity chests, yep. Excuse me. temporal credits, make sure I get 4 of them every single time. I finally started working on my relativity. So again, I'm going to go maximum on that. I'm not going to bother with the credits at the minute. So drop that. Drop that. Don't need the access cards because my building's already as max as far as it will go. I don't bother with the speed ups as well because, again, just waste time. And I get this and Janeway's Pocket because I build them up for the Alliance tournaments when it says collect 15,000 temporal disruptors. Well, 125 of either this or this clears that event off like that. Nice and easy, quick and easy. So that's what I go for. Now we're in Maverick, so I go one on that one, claim on that one if I can, do that one and do that one as well, and then pull that one as well. The Vija particle, that's for some research that helps towards G7 efficiency in the station tree, if I remember correctly. So yes, I could go and get that, but at the minute I'm spending 500 credits on the Borg sphere. So if we just click it back in, as you can see, it's 750. I get the level 2 on this one now, so I can pull 2. I think I've still got, I've still got a pull I can do, but at the end of the day, that's the only other one I can do. And I need to hit the 64s. I need a bit more before I can do it. So at the minute, I'm doing this one. I've done that one. That's nice and easy. At the minute, that's one component on my Titan, which takes rares, over 2,000 rares. That's done. That's it. It's boom. So I'm going to claim that because that's the Alliance. We finally got 8.3 million. And then I'll claim that one as well. So keep them building up and hopefully get a nice big one. Right, so let's have a look. Now, we've just gone through and I've put all the claims in, the bulk claims that I want. So I'm going to click bulk claim and see what happens here. Does it give us the whole lot? Right, that's just the Maverick. Is it going to do the rest of them? No, it's not. Which means now I have to go through and do that. Oh, my lordy. Why not just give us a big one bulk? So, ooh, nice amount of credits there. And then it should end up giving me the other bits. Excuse me. Where's me? Oh, I know why. It's because it's not registered yet that I've got the credits available now. We'll have to come back to it in a couple of minutes. So there's nothing available in that one. Yeah, we've got 11 in there, so we'll claim all that. So this does actually take a bit of time off me going claiming. Oh, $100 my particles. Nice. And then we've got all these materials and parts. Credits. Yeah. Okay. Fair dues. Oh, monkeys. I forgot one. Must remember to that one. Because that's one also I need. Because it gives me them. That's what I need. The rest of it I don't really need. So now they do actually need to invent the trade up system so we can actually trade some of these lower grade credits for the higher ones. Would be nice, but nothing in there. Is that one? No, it's not available for 4 days and 20 hours, that one. So we've got 6 claims in here, so let's get all these claimed. Woo! There we go. We've got the warlords. That'll pop up in a minute. 14,000. And okay. No trait XP? Oh, okay. Because that's what I want. This is... that's where I've gone wrong. Right. Now, which one is it I need to take off? Because... Right, so it's going to be that one. So we'll get rid of that one. There's not a lot I can do about this one because obviously I like these refresh tokens. So we'll do the single. Are you... Please don't tell me just added 1,000 in. This is why the game gets so frustrating from time to time. Doesn't update fast enough. So you still got to go through every single thing, like in the refinery. It would have been nice if it just like claimed it all in one go. That would be so nice. But having the bulk claim, so you having to do all that crappy scrolling every single day. It's a bonus. It's there. So, and as you can see, it's not ready for that one yet. So now it's like I've received notification. Oh, my away teams are done. So let's go pay the away teams a visit. Oh, here we go. So that's for the champions. Doopy 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 doo. Right, they're both here. So now I need to figure out which one's which. Not that one. That's the big one. There we go. That's the one I want. So if this crew wins, I'll be shocked. Because this is my standard PvE crew. Actually, she did a good job. So, right, I'll leave her there for a moment. Just out of curiosity, how much damage will she do to this one? 4 trillion. I'm not expecting her to do anything. Right, he's full as well, so let's bring him home. No, Titan died. That's fine. So claim that. So that's a mission complete. So every day I can now just do that without thinking, because that's one thing I keep forgetting. Oh my god, boss, why did you do that? Why? So what's he got? So this is I'm going to guess this is tier 1. Yep, tier 1. So let's have a look at now. Oh my god, you got DJ's bloody tag. You got DJ's tag. Let's have a look at this one then. So oh, hello. Okay, thanks. That was a bit delayed. So this is the Athena then. So as you can see, the attacks on this one then is 35 million. Health is 7 million, but most of it comes in the form of the defense, which is most likely through mitigation, the various different mitigations within it. I did watch DJ stream, him and Tarpy going through this and looking at what information they had available that they could share with us. So now let's have a look at the DPR per round. So that's 2.4 million DPR. And then if we compare that with my Titan, bear in mind, my Titan is a faction ship. It's got a lot of research that goes with it. And it is, what's my Titan again? Tier 9. Okay. So 1.25 billion. So quite clearly, this thing's damage is not actually in its DPR and its power. So it's like this number here is very deceptive. You need to be looking at this particular section to see where is your power for the ship. So it's like for the Titan, just under 15 billion. Well, where's all that power? Well, that's in my health and in my attack. Well, it's primarily in my health. And why is that for my health? Well, that is because of my hull and my shields. All them added together. So what's that? That should be about 26 billion. But yet this health is telling me 13 billion. So there is something there with the maths, but that's mostly in my shields and health. But yet the Athena itself is actually in its defense. So if we scroll down to its defense, what's its defense? Well, here it is. You've got your armor, you've got your shield deflection, given the fact it is an explorer. So shield deflection is stronger than the dodge, which is the interceptor, and the armor, which is the battleship. Then obviously isolated defense. So that's my Admiral's isolated defense. And then he's got all this as well. But yet all that still will not add up to around 151 million. So where's the rest of this defense? It's in your mitigation. All your mitigation stats, the higher you make your mitigation stats, the better your defense. Remember, the standard mitigation is 71%. That's the absolute top line. I believe that's still the way around it. I mean, I don't understand all the maths and everything. I've tried listening to DJs, and it just, even for somebody who can be quite technical sometimes, it's like way up here. Yeah, it's like, that's how high above my head. It's off the camera. So now looking at the hull health of this ship, yeah, okay, it's a tier 1. It's also against battle triangle. This thing's not going to survive against me. But looking as well as its impulse speed, it's not particularly too bad. I mean, what, it's only 5 less than me. The research that you can get for the impulse speed only increases it by 12. That's it. Ooh, okay, not very high. So cargo's not particularly too bad. Millions start off. Yeah. So that is... So when you actually look at it, yeah. Granted, again, this is a tier 1. It's not expected to be able to do much. This will help a level 61 player. This will help a level 61 player. And again, it's only primarily against the Venali RAL targets. Again, we'll look at them when we send the ball cube out there later. I'm going to make sure I put a proper crew on it. So, I mean, that's not a bad crew. And, boss, you said you got 16 targets with this, didn't you? Using that particular crew. And that's hull breach. So, that's not bad. Yeah, let's have a look at that crew. Strange New World Spark, obviously because of it being an explorer, so I would probably put Erica in there, or Tegas. Erica or Tegas in that one. Yeah, use Cerritos buff. Yeah, I don't like taking the Cerritos out. I really hate. This is the one thing I hate about those ships that do all that, is taking up an extra slot. Not really using it for much, but what's new. But like I say, but this thing really does, and BLT below deck, yeah. So, but the Venali RAL, the Athena does power up very well, but again, it's very deceptive when it comes to its strength, because it's all in its defense, which is primarily shed loads of mitigation. It's not the shields, it's not the hull, it's not all this, it's not all that. I mean, it's like 2.3 million there, 26 million there. So what's that? That's 28.6, 29, 30. Okay, so you say around about 30 million just in that particular point. Then you've got mitigation from your isolated defense. Then you've got your officer bonus as well. And mitigation, so prepare for anything. Here you go, so you got some shield mitigation here. So you've got that one. Then what else you got for shield mitigation? Oh no, this is it. Shield mitigation. The hostile, that's actually taking that one's down. So yeah, that one's yours. Then you've got Spock here is increasing your more mitigation. So the armor, shield, deflection, and dodge. So it's increasing that mitigation. And then of course you've got Bengaria, but that's increasing your shield shield health. So yeah, so he's got a fair bit of mitigation there, but that still doesn't add up to 151 million. It's still done. It comes from the critical mitigation. So, but I mean, I'm not big on the ship itself, because if we look at it, and I said this in the video. Oh, okay. So they've got the want nacelles about the right length as well. So at least they've done that. Let's have a look at it as well. So they are detached, like in the show, and then also the main campus here is attached. So it's a shame we can't rotate the screen so we can actually see it on a 2D plane axis. But yeah, so let's there we go. So we'll bring, now tell me there isn't a size problem here. An NX-01, a hell of a lot smaller, 7 decks tall. The Athena is about 15 to 20 decks tall, somewhere in there. I can't bloody remember. That's how much I like Star Trek Academy. I don't remember the facts of the ship. So, but the scaling there is ridiculous. I mean, let's bring the Titan A out as well. The difference in the ships is ridiculous. Can I squeeze him in there? Yep. Here's the Warbird. Now that's yeah, that's a bit more like it, because the Athena's supposed to be quite long, and the Warbird, remember, is twice the size of a Galaxy class starship, and a Galaxy class starship is what, 642 meters long. So the Warbird will be just under 1300 meters. You're watching Academy now. Each to their own if they like it. I'm not a big fan of it. It doesn't have the right storytelling. It's way too political. It's pushing too much politics. I mean, yes, fine. Braga Trek through the 90s and early noughties did the exact same thing, but they were very subtle about it. They were very subtle about it. It wasn't rammed down our throat the same way Kurtzman Trek is. But even Kurtzman has admitted, look at that. Even Kurtzman has admitted he's pushing an agenda. Now, when Gene Roddenberry did it, he pushed an agenda, but he did it through creative storytelling. The only story backlog I've got is from Academy is Ake and is it Caleb? They're the only two. The rest of them, I haven't got much except Sam. I've got some of her story background in my head, but that's about it. So, well, apparently my Titan just wants to warp out. I didn't ask it to warp. Bloody thing. So, right. So, we're going to go look at these new hostiles, won't we? So, this needs to be the Squall. Oh, just a little bit short. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Tomorrow, take her to T16. That's fine. Now there is a couple of things I want to do before I head out. Yes. Watch your paintwork. Yes, of course I'll watch your paintwork. However, check this out. For those who haven't got a tier 5, tell me you don't suffer in lag when you actually suffer in lag. Oh, hang on. No. Oh, you fucking Fruit Loop. I'm a Fruit Loop. I thought I'd got a tier 5. I thought I was going to get a tier 5. Bollocks. That's another 5 days worth of bloody getting the parts. Oh, monkeys. Never mind. I thought I was going to tear it up because there's a piece of research that I'm waiting to get. But hey ho, I'll have to wait. But anyway, I do get to get a tier 7 Dauntless at least. At least I get one tier up to do. So let's get that done. Then we need to jump back into the aggregation. So let's get that done as well. Oh, we can upgrade some parts as well. So tell you what, first of all, before we upgrade any parts, back into refinery. So now we get, right, so now I have to put that one in. Don't think there was any others. No, they're in. So what do we get for this then? So we get some schematics, some more research bits. It's not exactly making me think, yay! But then again, I think I've just become a bit too placid with the way Scopely do things now. Sorry, the Stfc team. So here's the box, 400 parts a day now. So I should be able to get some more research done for that one. So we'll have a quick look at that one. Let's jump in here and get this done. So shield deflection, right? That's how, now, this is what I normally do with my ships. I check. So that's the armor, going to give me that. And then that's it. That's all I can do. Yeah, even the impulse drive's not that big. So now, what does that give me a time on it? No, it doesn't. Okay, so I know it used to be 17 minutes and odd seconds, but now that's not. So let's jump onto here. Let's get that fixed because I want the Enterprise D out next. Catch up, thank you. Right. Enterprise D. So yeah, mine's forming. So for Academy, then the Academy drones, obviously you're going to be starting off with this ship. Now, there are an officer list, if I can just find the officer list. And if I bring it onto the screen. So let's just take the camera off for a second. So as you can see, then we have some very right, let's get rid of that. There we go. So that gives me a bit more screen back. So as you can see, then you got anti-drone finale roll. So this has literally just been updated because that didn't say that earlier. Just said anti-drone. So these are kind of crews you could be using. Obviously, the only thing I've got here is the chrono deflector for the Borg cube. It's not on the Enterprise D, so yeah, I'm working towards the agony booth. I'm working towards quantum slipstream and the godsend. I can't remember if there's actually any research for that, but in a sense, yes, you are still going to need to do these. And obviously, these are the various officers against particular ones as well. So it's like, I'm going to try this one here. And then if not, I'll have to pick a specific one to go after. So what I'm going to do is move this over to the other screen and then start crewing up the Enterprise D. Now I'm going to have to increase the size on it because my other monitor's a bit more focused. So what? Okay, don't know why that was there. So let's see. Who do we need to keep out of this one then? So we need B'Elanna, Harry, and Neelix. So we don't need. Okay, so that worked. Hey, there we go. Right, so we get rid of them three. We don't. No, I don't want that. We get rid of them. So let's have a look then. So 1 of 11 actually could be swapped out with Catherine Janeway. So that's fine. Or Chang. So what we're going to do then is we're going to look for. No, in fact, I'll tell you what, we're going to stick with what they actually suggest. So adaptive shielding, this is why he's being used. It's not for his below deck because that's just increasing cargo. Then we need Seska. Then we need Suda. I like this little search button. I really like it. So for below deck then, so we need Wok Carroll, who's on ship B at the minute. Then we need Pick Hugh, who's there. Then we need Quasi. There he is. And then that's it. Now, because I've got the extra below deck as well for the Enterprise D, what I'm going to do is select an additional officer. I'm going to put my video back on because I'm not there. I really do like that search button. It just made recrewing a hell of a lot easier. Now, for below deck, I'm going to pick an additional officer. Now, question is, who do I go for? That's the big one. It's like, do I go for Black Ops Chapel? Do I go for Mbenga? But if we actually look at the abilities, the war's not over. Mbenga restores the shield health of my ship by 2% each round when fighting hostiles. Or, if I went with Nurse Chapel, she just basically gives me a hull health increase by 200%. Now, obviously, that's because she's only tier 3. What tier is my Mbenga? I think he's only tier 1, yeah. So he's not very... So, at the minute, to me, Nurse Chapel would actually be the more beneficial one to actually put there. Again, this is a maxed Enterprise D. So if you are up 61 and you've done the scrapping process from the ISS Jellyfish all the way through... Have they really? Wow. They're still not going to be able to challenge AOD, though. They're still not going to be able to challenge AOD. But are they plastering it all over the... Oh, Midge has just joined us. Hi, Midge. Welcome in. Oh, oh, is that why we're getting so many? Is that why? Oh, right. Ah, okie dokie. So let's have a look. So if they're merging, so yeah, here you go. So at the minute, Chris, I ain't bothered because there's still no match for AOD. Yeah, so Awful Warrior had returned back, and now see Midge has joined us. So, well, maybe that's going to make our alliance a little bit bigger. So, right. Now, let me just get this one quickly refreshed again. Come on, catch up. And then we'll get the Enterprise D out there. Now, like I said, this is the part where I'm going to make a video. I'm going to script out a video. And, oh, okay. To basically go through, is it a good change, isn't it? So, obviously, when you're starting, got 2 minutes to get there. I could have jumped it, but I had 50,000 of the jump juice before, but not anymore. So here we go, prime reputation. So just get them claimed. So, so when you're starting off as a G6 player, obviously the first thing you're going to do is start off here. And for the buy-in of 6,000, I'm sorry, it's just not. It's just not good. It's literally not good. I mean, I've got several loot bonuses. So what we can do is we can actually take on one of these hostiles. And then we can do some maths. I've still got the handy dandy calculator up. So we can still do some math on it and see what we've got. Well, it seems like as well, the dropping of the frames per second for the stream is actually worked out more beneficial. So, because I've still got several tabs open. So, oh, yes, the only problem is warping. It takes forever. Remember the days when we used to complain about like 15-minute warps and we couldn't stop our ships, and once you accidentally sent your ship, that's it, you were buggered, you had to wait. And we've got all this research now that brings in, that makes our warp speed go up. I mean, what is it? There's an Hexacom as well. An Alliance Hexacom. That doesn't change the times an awful lot. Well, I'll show you that in a bit. Actually, right. So the Enterprise D is here. Right. So this is using the anti-cruise off Blue's Cruise. So it just says anti-drone. So we're not going to attack the explorers because we haven't got isolated. But if we jump on there quickly and have a look. So as you can see here, 5. What's this explorer running? 5. 5. Okay, so now they're running 5. But without a proper loot crew, I've gone to 8. So at most, I've increased by 60%. I've increased my loot by 60%. So 60%, right? So if I took my handy dandy calculator, I typed in 6,000 because that's what I need, then divide by 8. I need 750 hosts of these. How about I put that? Actually, no, if I stand here, then I'll do that because then at least my hand's in the right direction for the map. 750 hostiles just to do a 1 chest pull. So, it's just, why? That's not good enough. Now, if I took my Enterprise D up to the next system, the 62, because that's the next one that I can hit, and you know what? I am actually going to jump this one. I will waste some jump juice. I'll have to just spend a couple of days not using it with my Serene Squall. So now the Academy one, 62s. These are giving me 20. Okay, so we're going to turn tail and go back after this one. If we can just remember, 33.6 billion. So my Enterprise might not survive this. Okay, she survived, but she took a heavy amount of damage, right? So that's took me up to 41. So let's take 8 off that. That is 33. Okay, so 33. Bringing up the handy dandy calculator. And remember, this is an entry level. This is 1 level above entry level to G6 into this space, right? 6,000 divided by 33. 182 ships. Okay, that's a hell of a lot more palatable. But then again, if you're taking this much damage, I tell you what, let's cut up on here. I can do it there. If you're taking that much damage, so what am I down to? About 25% hull? Down to 25% hull. That's me as a level 67 player. Running a 4.1 billion ship. Now, maybe if I used another crew, wouldn't be too much of a problem. So let's send the Enterprise home, get it repaired, and I'm now going to put a loot crew. And again, we're going to go back to the 61. I'm going to go full on max loot crew. And then we're going to see what we can do with that. Full on max loot. And yeah. I'm glad I've not had another ads announcement because I've got them set at like an hour apart, but it only lasts a minute. That's how much interested about making money on this stream I am. I'm not that interested. I want to get information out. Right, so Enterprise, max loot. So loot PvE, I've got 1 officer that I need to call back from an away mission. Where are you? There you are. Come on, thank you. Just a success, that's fine. No latinum on that one. Right, I don't particularly care. So that's the maximum loot crew. Okay. So now I'm going to send the Enterprise back in. And again, you're limited by the number of warp tokens you can have. I can't remember. I think the maximum was 6 or something like that. So, again, let's find another interceptor because we're going to keep it against with triangle. As you can see, there's a 68 in it running around with a ball cube. Okay, a level 68 player running around with a ball cube in this. What crew is he running? Let's have a look at the crew he's running. So, he's running Impulse. And he's only running 3 below decks. The others will be for stats. He's just, yeah. So, unless his Kishara is pretty high, I don't know. Right, so, running a loot crew, right? This side, 26 from 5. Okay, so that's over 5 times the loot I've just got. So, yeah, okay. Now, let's look at the officers I actually have. So, organize them by ship. So, again, these are the officers I'm running as an Op 67 player. Some of these are very possible at 61, but not always. So here I've got maxed out Harry Kim. Maxed out Nurse Chapel, bringing isolytic damage. Harry Kim's bringing the morale, which really does help the Enterprise with its shields. BLT, that brings the hull breach for me. Loot. And again, he's only tier 3. Recently promoted, and he's giving me 40% loot. Rachel Garrett joining with Picard. She's giving me an 80% loot at tier 3. But she's also doing a synergy of 40% with Picard's 60%. So there, in total, she's providing about 120% realistically. Hugh, again, maxed out, but he's doing this for hull repairs. So he's repairing my hull every single round. Hugh giving me the critical damage below deck, but again, maxed out. 5 of 11, maxed out, giving me 100% loot. No synergy added. So she's giving me 100%. Then there's the Doctor, again, below deck. He's only tier 4, 35%. So he's less than Doc Brown, but again, he's 1 tier higher. So, and then Picard, who's given me, now that says 100% because that's a synergy already taken into account, but his base level is 60. So if I took that 40 off Garrett, Garrett would stay 80 and he's 100. So I'm already bringing a fair amount of loot bonus, plus all my research to go with it. So yes, that's not too bad. Again, so let's call it the handy dandy calculator. 6,000 divided by, what was it, 26? 231 ships. Now, can my Enterprise do that? I do not know. I don't think she could do 231 over 2 runs. And if we jump into the refinery at the minute, Academy. So as we look, so we've got the field plus, yeah, ego, maximum 6. When you do this, it gives you 1. Right? Then you get this one, which again gives you another one. So you potentially got limited 2. I mean, this says limited claim. So I wouldn't expect that to be there. And then again, it's once every 3 days. This one can, when you're actually below 6, it'll give you 1. So most, if we say you keep on top of this, and you're literally claiming the 1 token a day, you've got to kill 231 hostiles in 1 run. Op 61. I'm Op 67. Even I don't think I could do that. And I've got a maxed out G5 Epic that will be higher than any entry level 61s entering from now on. Anybody who's currently below 61, when you enter this, unless you've maxed your Enterprise, you are not going to get enough to do this in a single run. You're not. You need to punch higher. So again, let's take it to the 62s and see what happens. And my back is really starting to hurt now, all this standing up. So look, it's telling me that obviously I've claimed a thing on the drones. That's fine, because I know for a fact I'm going to be able to do it. So again, I'm going to pick an interceptor crew, an interceptor. And bear in mind, I'm using an I'm using max loot at the minute, aren't I? I'm not using a drone crew. So realistically, my Enterprise is not going to be able to do an awful lot. Now, I am going to throw in another possibility here. And oh, there we go. So the Enterprise just got boomed. So she's not going to be able to do the 62. So at the end of the day, using loot, she didn't do too bad, did she? She actually did pretty darn well. And that was in 4 rounds. So she did pretty darn well there. But yeah. So now, I don't think she's going to be good enough. Let's give it a go, shall we? Right. So I'm just going to put the that in there. And then we'll have to repair the Enterprise. And again, we're going to have to wait for this thing to warp in because it doesn't have a jump drive on it. So I just repaired the bloody thing. DA Dauntless. Tell you what, that search is so much easier. Right. Now, what is the Dauntless? She's an interceptor, so she'll go after battleships. So, wrong one. That's the wrong one. We didn't want that one. No, no, no. This got the right one on the screen now. So, anti-battleship then. So, first one. Strange New Worlds Pike. Then I need Giorgio. Section 31. Then I need, I don't think I've, no, I haven't got her yet. So luckily she can be swapped out. So I will swap her out with Sam Kirk. Below deck. So, right, let's get rid of them. So we've got Harry and Bellona. That's fine. We'll stick with them too. Won't bother with Neelix. What Carol? Oh, hello. What Carol, and there was Pig Hugh there and Quasi. We've already got Apex Shred on. So not that, I'm gonna pick you. So that's all I can do with this. We're going to send her to the 61. Oh, she does have a jump drive. Oh, you. I hate it when I do that. I really hate it when I do that. Send the wrong bloody ship. So, minute 43 for her to get there. Oh, bloody hell, my back's really killing me. So, let's see how many more new members we're also going to have join us. Right. So, jumping back in here, I can do the... So, there's only one pull. I mean, yeah, if I wanted to, I could put all the rest of that ones in, but yeah. Now, the officers, I'm not going to be particularly bothered to look at because... Am I going to be able to get those officers? No. No way at that one. Now, actually, they did say about something to do with the battle pass. You'd be able to... 68 of these. Battle Pass Choice Officer Shard. Okay. And then if you go for the Mythic, you get another 68. Oh, is that it? I can get 68 shards of one of these 3 officers. Well, at least I can upgrade him. Are they taking the proverbial piss? Does anybody remember the days when you used to be able to get at least one of the new officers for free? Does anybody remember those days where you didn't have to spend money, you didn't have to do tremendous amounts of events? You just got them in the pass. They gave you enough shards in the battle pass. The good old days, you know, when Scopely actually cared about the players. Sorry, the Stfc team cared about their players. Right. Now, here comes the best bit, because this thing's going to target anything and everything. Wow, that thing just flew in. So, here we go. So, straight for a battleship, which is good. You know what? I don't have audio boards. So let's just go wah wah wah. I'll just make the sound effects myself. So even using a new fresh tier 7 Dauntless is not good enough. So right. Well, in that case then, let's now punch it up. Right, let's go after my level. Again, we're going to go after the battleships. So here she comes. The big beast. The beast of my fleet. So I need Quasi now and Neelix. Hello. Oh, might as well claim that while I'm here. Don't know what happened there. I didn't ask for... Oh, yeah, because I've got the community mod. If I hit the keyboard, it's just... Yeah. And I think I need to check to see if there is an update to the community mod, which was ran by NetNiv. So, 64s. Let's go. Now, I don't mind using some jump juice off this one because it uses different jump juice. Hee. So, let's see how she fares. Preferably not recalling. Right. So, remember, I've got to go after battleships. So, there's the first one. Let's see how we fare against this thing. I did a quick run earlier, and I noticed I could take on the 62s and the 63s. The board cube was my better option. Wow. Okay, so even that 64 badly damaged me. And again, 132. That's nowhere near enough to even... My building's level 17. I mean, come on. My building's at level 17. I've got 25.6 thousand critical mitigation. I'm using the crew recommended. I've got the chrono deflector. let's have a look. I haven't got the agony booth. What tech does it say to use against these things? Quantum slipstream and the godsend. Right. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to recall the cube. And I'm going to send it back out to those 64s with the anti-drone on board. It might just be a case of I'll probably need to just go after the interceptors. The explorers can only be damaged by isolated damage. I can put crap tons of isolated damage on my ship. So it might be... Why is he taking 2 minutes? Oh. Alright, there we go. Plenty of visual bugs still going on. I don't know, I just did that because I wanted... I mean, maybe to Pring is probably the better option on the bridge rather than Sam Kirk. I mean, I could put Strange New Worlds Una on it. I could put Enterprise E Data on it. I don't think it's going to make much difference, like. But, right. Right, so the below deck stays the same. Right. So, 1. Seska. And Suda. Right. So, now let's try this one. Because it might... Right, just so we're 5 minutes till ads, guys. Yeah. It might be a case of I'll put the anti-explorer ones on and go after them. Right, battleship. There's one there. Good, it's not damaged, so... Oh, there's the Academy training drone. I'm not going after that thing. Wow. Still took massive amount of damage on me. So... I don't know what else to do. That... Right. So let's have a look at this one then. Just trying to think where would be the best to go with this. Just trying to make sure I don't break my stand either. We'll try the anti-interceptor crew. Hey Ian, welcome in, buddy. Right, so for this one then, we're going to need Catherine Janeway. Was Seska an option? Yes, Seska was an option. And then the Doctor. Below deck. Health or defense. So get rid of that. What's the Doctor? His is health. So we need a health officer. And that will be Deanna Troy because everyone else is on bloody away teams. Right. Let's see what this one does. We're running out of tokens fast. Running out of tokens. 2 minutes till ads, guys. So just to make you aware. Better welcome Midge, Anna. Right. This was the anti-interceptor crew, wasn't it? So we want the interceptors. Now, if we can just grab him, and there, so got 80 loot. So now, while we get disappointed with this, oh, I've hit it. I've hit it. So 6,000. Oh my God! Still, these things are just ripping my ships to shreds. 132 divided by 132. Okay, so I only need 46 of these. 46 of these, but yeah, I can only kill one. Lord and behold. So effectively, I can't even kill my own level. Welcome to your pain. Yeah. Oh, don't worry, Chris. I knew this one last month with this. It was ridiculous. This is why I say that the pay-in of 6,000 of these loot is just too bloody high. Right. So let's see if we can find a fine balance here. Now, it is going to be a case of I'm going to have to get my building up to a higher level than level 17. I'm probably actually going to go to something like 20 or something. Try the 61 Red Skull. Okay. We'll jump back there. I was hoping to have a raiding off Lube with him streaming tonight, but he raided into Nigel, and Nigel said he's going to be streaming for hours. So I don't, I don't know if Nigel's going to be streaming in time. Wow, these are all the finale roll. Hey, Cyril. Right, so these are the new hostiles that they brought in then. So these are the loot that they're going to drop is the new site finale roll pledges. Now the question is, can I actually turn them in? Can I actually turn them in if I actually got some? Where the smeganell is it? Oh, here it is. No, it's locked because I need to build the Athena. So, and I just realised the ads were on. So, for these pledges of the Venari, I can't even do it because I need to get the Athena first. But that's not bad. 160 credits, science credits. Okay, not too bad. But the question is, can I kill them? I very much doubt I can. I think the ball cube's going to go poof. Yeah, 0.4%. I went poof. I went kaboom. Wow, I barely scratched that thing. Barely scratched it. On round start, hostiles reduces final damage done by players' weapons by 99% and completely drains your shields for 1 round. Yeah, my shields are gone. On combat start, applies a 10% hypothermic decay as well, and isolated damage as isolated defense by 1,000%. So let's have a quick look at the battle log on this one then. So hypothermic decay, as you can see, 25%. It got no stabilizer. The stabilizer does not work against these things. So which basically means all that damage went straight to my hull. And yeah, that was it. That was enough to just cripple me. That was enough to cripple me. So, throw in all this damage as well. It's a critical as well. And only 6 million got to its hull. Right? 6 million got to its hull. $54.6 billion hull. Yeah. Gonna take a lot more damage than that, innit? Especially when it's reducing the damage it takes by 99%. And bearing in mind as well, going back into log, my shields are still absorbing. My shields absorb. Everything was mitigated. Everything was mitigated because apparently my whole health received nothing. There we go, another stabilizer, and that's it. My shields are gone. My shields are gone. They're toast. They're history. Even Seska repairing my shields was not enough to bring any shields back for defense. That's it. My shields are toast. Wow. So which basically means standard damage and apex barrier is as much as I can do. So if I can bring more apex barrier to this fight, I would probably stand a little bit more of a chance. I might be able to go an extra 2 rounds, an extra round, maybe. That's it. An extra round against that thing. So yeah, I am never going to do that one. Somebody sent me a DM as well, so... Okay, we'll talk about that one later, Midge. So just to let him know. So, right, was going after the was going to go after the 63s, won't we? So yeah, so there you go, boss. I've gone after the yeah, going after the Red Skulls. Yeah, I ain't got a cat and mouse chance against them things. Now, I know Scopely said that they still want players to have a challenge and everything, but I mean, come on. Right, so 40 there, so let's attack it and let's see what we got. Right, so I've taken a fair bit of damage, and that's 66. So 91 targets. Yeah, with the whole damage I've just taken there, I am not going to get 91 targets. So let's... Okay, fine. I don't know what. I just clicked an odd button on my mouse as usual. So let's just see how many we can actually go for. I was going to fill up my Kishara with interceptors. So we'll see how far we can go and how much loot I can get. Now, obviously, if you can get more tokens in a day, then it's not going to be too much of a hassle. But when you're only getting 1 token a day, you're not going to be able to do the run. Oh, hello. That one. Then click back on that one. So I'm up to 198 loot already with the number of hostiles I've killed. So just keep adding. Now, would a loot crew in here be more beneficial? I don't know. Again, it's going to have to be another thing that I run. But again, I'm finite with the number of tokens I can do. I mean, the idea is they want you to eventually be able to do these duo waves. Now, while my cube's dealing with them too, let's have a quick chat about this and about the Stfc's team lack of understanding of players in this game. Now, you have some players who are very chatty, they're very into this, and they're very into cooperating with everybody else. You do have a lot of players like that. But you also have a fair whack number of players who couldn't give a toss. If they joined you in something like this, they're not going to care if their Athena's the same power as you. They're not going to care if they can work with you. They're going to decide whether or not themselves, whether they even want to talk to you, let alone coordinate with you. So making the assumption that, let's just say, I set up, so I decide I'm going to do one of these, I post it in Galactic Chat and say, I don't know, somebody who doesn't like me joins for the sheer hell of it. Is he going to work with me to complete this? Is he going to work with me? No, he's not. He's going to sit there and laugh at me while I'm running around like a headless chicken trying to kill these pissing hostiles. Yes, I've got the option to kick him because I know for a fact full well he's not going to work with me. But that means jack. That literally means jack. Because he doesn't care. Let's just take somebody else who is prepared to work with me, but he's a completely different level. He's either higher than me or he's lower than me. One of us, whether if he's higher than me, he's going to feel like he's running around doing everything. Yes, he's going to try and help me, say, use this crew, use this ship. Have you got this? In the time, it's a 15-minute timer, isn't it? You know, an I button would be nice. Right, so here we go. Right, so it's a 10-minute timer, right? So he's going to try and help me as best he can. I've got to get my thick skull around it so then we can both do it. But now they've added these waves 5 to 8, which is primarily to be used with the Athena. And the Athena needs to be, you need both the same level Athena if you're going to do them. I'm free to play. If he's higher than me, the chances are he's not free to play. He's a spender. You've just seen here on stream, my Admiral has the Athena. He has the Athena. We've looked at it. He's not a high level spender. He's a dolphin. I'm basically, I'm a krill. I'm food to him because he will buy that shit, but he won't spend much more than probably maybe a couple of £100 a month on it. If he can be bothered, if he thinks it's worth it. He knows the value of the Athena. He's probably, I don't know if he has watched DJ's stream, but I did make points about it. Cheers, mate, Jazz6482. Thank you. AI viewer streamboo.com. Guess what? Where's the block button? Flying Mantis, thank you for the follow. Right. Trying to follow the oh. Here we go. Blocked. Hey, Flying Mantis. Welcome in. First time chats. Thank you for the follow, buddy. So, mate Jazz 6482. I've just blocked him. AI viewers. Stream bot. I'm not having that. I get it quite a lot. Hey, you want to cut stream boot? That's fine by me. You're just going to get blocked. So I don't have mods on this. I've modded it myself. Then again, I don't get very many people coming to my streams unless the big NDAs actually drop a raiding on me. But yeah. So going back to what I was saying, I mean, look at the hostile levels for this as well. 1 to 68. I'm not even going to discuss about how many hostiles are available between waves 5 and 8. I think it's something like about 30 hostiles in total. But you need to also use the Athena's ability. I'm not going to spend it. So if that higher player's got the Athena, and like I said, Miadmo's got it. He's only 3 levels below me. But he's not going to spend vast sums of money on it. He's not going to rush to upgrade it. He's going to take his time with upgrading it now. He's seen the value in it by going after Vanali Ral, but that's about it. Oh, we have an armada started. An uncommon armada. Ah, yeah, I know which one that is. That's the augments. Oh, my shield's down. No. Never mind. So, oh, here we go. We're getting sticking ships again. Sticking ships. We love sticking ships on this game, don't we? I'm just going to attack it. You know what? Just for the sheer bugger of it. It probably unstuck itself there. But yeah. Scope, the Stfc team have made way too many assumptions when designing this content. Not stopping for 1 second to think not all players are the same. Even players at the same ops level are not going to be the same. They're not. I mean, let's just throw it in here. Ranking, power, right? The top 3 players in our alliance, right? Me, Yawning Hippo, and XH. 3 different, we're within 3 levels, 2 levels of each other. Our power is not too far off par. But we're still very different players. Yes, I can hit 2.6. I'm now looking at Yawning Hippo there with the power he's got. I literally will never be a top in the alliance again until I go to Op 68 and do all my guns. Once I've done that, I'm going to shoot up. I'll probably be nearly 3 billion power. But that's because of all my research and everything. But we're very different players. If I took it down as like to Tuck or Simo, again, we're very different players. But look at the power difference between me and those 2 players. Scopely don't take this into account. Now, if I actually put this into here, we're going to players, power rating, and come on. Oh, that used to double click on that, and it used to actually take you to around that base. But okay, so we've got USS Chaos here, right? He's an Ops 74 player, and Ferrari, I know for a fact he's a 74 player. But look at the difference between the 2. They're 2 of the top level players on our server. And the difference between them is staggering. There's a 72. And he's 1.2 billion 1.2 trillion behind. No, hang on. No, yeah. 1.2 billion behind Ferrari. He's not. So those 3 are very different players, and they're G7. they're not going to find somebody who's going to be able to even stand toe-to-toe with them. They will work with anyone else who comes in. From what I've heard of AOD, they are a very friendly alliance and they do work together. They really do. But there's only so much help you can provide players lower than you when you want to participate in the content. And which is why a lot of G7 material gameplay at the minute is basically cross-server. If we... all this... oh, hello. Didn't mean to go all the way up there. Is basically cross-server to help G7 players work together from other servers, because they, at this point, they knew those players would struggle to find players on their own server to compete against, like SLBs. It's very difficult. They found this problem when it came to SLBs. They didn't have enough players to go into it, so to do the individual brackets, so they just put them all in one. Hey Kev, welcome it. Play. I don't have any of the duck plays and all that on my stream, mate. I was looking at the quackbacks, but I've not integrated it into my Twitch yet. I need to be streaming a lot more often and really get used to the system properly. But Scopely have... but on flipping back, Scopely really have... oh, sorry, the Stfc team really have not thought about their players. It's money first, content last. I don't know what's in between, but it certainly isn't frigging... it's certainly not helping the players. And with this SVP that's come in the last couple of months, and the meetings he's had with specific NDAs and RevJuice, RevJuice obviously being the biggest content creator of the game, again, which is why I really can't fathom why Scopely did not give him another NDA. Their loss at the end of the day, because he's not sore about it. He's not bothered. But he's the biggest content creator and they let him go. I know for a fact I'm not going to receive an NDA anytime soon, because I will stand here and I will slate Scopely. I will slate the Stfc team when they've done wrong. I'll praise them when they've done good. All the search things and everything, the quality of life stuff they put in. But yeah, there is a limit as well. Like this, the bulk claim stuck behind this. You have to log in every single day. Why? Why do something great and then stick it behind something so ridiculously stupid? Really? You've already got an incentive for players to log in on a daily basis with this. This is great. Although these Latinums could actually be, you know, a bit better, like 27 days, and you're still only getting 10 Latinum. That could literally be a lot worth it. But what you're getting up here, I'm not going to deny, is pretty good. I mean, Syndicate XP, 50k of that, I'll take that any day. Fine, it's 2.5 weeks work, but 2.5 weeks of logging in, so what? Sometimes they'll do some great stuff. Sometimes they will simply do something that's, you're like thinking, what the hell? What the hell were you thinking, Scopely? And this is another reason why I won't get the NDA, because I am prepared to slate them. But another reason as well is because I don't stream enough. I've done occasional videos. My streaming's really gone downhill. Because I'm struggling to do anything. And I don't want to come onto stream every single time. Hey, MJ, welcome in, buddy. I don't want to come into streams every single time and rant and rave about the screw-ups. So I'm hoping this SVP really does do something. I'm not holding my breath. I'm really not. we've been conditioned by the Stfc team now to listen to and make promise after promise after promise after promise. Yeah, we're going to do this. Sorry, we've done this wrong. Do they change? No, they don't. They don't change. They stay the same. And what worries me, well, actually, first, let's talk about the good side with the SVP coming in. I'm glad that somebody from Scopely, top of management, has come in and said, right, yeah, the ball's been dropped. We've dropped the ball. We've not kept an eye on them. We're now coming in to deal with it. Should heads roll? Absolutely. Will heads roll? I'm not counting on it. The video Connor did 9 months ago. Oh, we're so sorry. We are listening to the players and all that. Bullshit. You're clearly not, because you carried on making the same mistakes. But it was nice to hear as well from in Rev's voice, in DJ's voice, in Griffin's voice, some hope. It was nice to actually hear hope rather than we've heard this bullshit before. And there's the age-old saying, actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. What's this? The rare 60 Armada. I tell you, I was on about this earlier once. So let's actually do this. Let's get the Kumari up. What Armada crew have I got? I don't think I've actually got a specific Armada crew. No, I haven't. Okay, let's just... Shouldn't really do a loot crew really, but hey ho. Just 1 second. And then DIS Discovery. There she is. So, right. So the Armada's in here. I know I should have sent actually the Eviscerator out. Could have opened a rift to it. Right, so there's the Armada. Still 12 minutes in it. So there we go. So I'm going to put the Kumari in. I'll be interested to see the battle log after this one. But yeah, it's nice to hear hope in the top content creators, the NDA's voices, to say that they really think there's a chance here. And should heads roll? Yes. Will they? Probably not. Not holding my breath for it. So we'll just have to wait and see. But again, yeah, I won't receive an NDA. One, till I'm streaming a hell of a lot more. And two, until I stop slating Scopely. I know a couple of other NDAs do come at Scope, the Stfc team, with issues, but they're a lot more diplomatic than I am. So, I mean, hell, I might be wrong. I might eventually get an NDA if I really pick up the number of streams. So, but we'll just have to wait and see. So, yeah. But no, right, how many has he got in that? Oh, there's only 3 of us. Yeah, he's not going to speed that up anytime soon. But there we go. So there's Kumari in an armada. So I mentioned that earlier in the stream. Now, obviously, I will be downloading this stream, both parts, and put it into a YouTube video as well that I will upload to YouTube. So don't worry about it. And I will, like I say, be doing a video on the new, well, on the buy-in really to the Academy stuff again. Because yes, fine, they've made changes and everything, but it's still not good enough. When you've got a buy-in of 6,000, I mean, it's like with what we've done this evening. Oh, I've actually now got enough. Oh, here we go. So double this with the Athena. So if you get the Athena, you'll get up to 4. Again, there we go. 2 of them. That's it. Done. I can't do any more. But when you buy in 6,000, all I've gained in this stream so far is 1,000. So yes, I'm still going to have to go and do crap loads of grinding. And let's just get that back online a minute. And it is going to be in the system. And it is going to be based on how much loot research have you got? Just basic loot to actually help you. It's, oh, done it again. Remember that day when you used to be able to accidentally click the recall button and you could not do nothing about it? Your ship would recall and you've just spent 5 minutes waiting for it to get to where it wanted to go. So, but like I say, I mean, 20 of these, I mean, what was that? That was about 33, something like that, I said. I mean, I suppose I could put extra loot on. But yeah, 33. So 6,000 divided by 33. 182 ships. Can I actually kill 182 ships? Now, if we actually divided that down, that is literally, what? 91 ships a run. 91 ships a run. And that's if I can get the 2. But then I've got to rely on there being 91 interceptors for me to go after. So effectively, and NJ, if you're still here and listening, I know you're I think you've got an NDA. I'm not 100% sure. Perhaps you can communicate this to him. Even an Op 62 player using the most optimized crews that's been found, a level 17 building still can't get what we need. The 6,000 is too high. It's still too high. It still needs to be brought down. Is he going to get brought down? Most likely not. But I know I skipped over destroyed. Haha! Oh, he sped it up. He sped it up. I mean, obviously we won, but my Kumari got boom. Obviously, she's not running the right crew anyway. So 4 rounds. So let's just have a look, see how my Kumari did. Minerva, here we go. My Kumari deals some damage. So that's 1 shot. That's the Minerva. That's the Enterprise D. Here we go. 66 million. Oh, shields depleted. So I've lost my shields. 9.6 million to my hull. Yeah. There's my Kumari. Like I say, shields are gone. there it is. My Kumari's going kaboom. 2 shots against the Kumari. So like I say, what was it? 9 million to 9.6 million to my hull. Let's jump on there a second. Scroll right down. Ah, yeah. So 9.66 million to my hull. Excuse me, I didn't say back. Yeah. So I was left with 1.2 million hull. Yeah. Not going to get very far on that one, am I? So, but I still walked away with 28,000 loot. So, but yeah, so we're not going to send that one back out again. But yeah, so I mean, here we go. So my cube is doing... Kishara's screwed up again. There's only 4 targets and I've clicked way more than 4. Either that or they've all just disappeared off the screen. Because see, that's another problem as well. They keep disappearing so fast. So, I mean, when my Dauntless can actually stand up to these things without getting nailed. Oh, speeding that one up. I could have gone for that one. Never mind. I'll send a disco home. I use the disco more than I use my NX01. Let's just put that in there as well for the NX01. So, but right. So I'm 15 minutes over the time I normally go anyway. So I'm just going to leave you with that. Some good changes. No questions about it. There are some good changes and I think it's a good idea. But again, locking that bulk refinery in the dailies behind this, again, I'm just going to say it. What the hell? What the hell, Scopely? Why did you do that? It makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. And leaving the buy-in for this at 6,000? Sorry, Scopely. I don't know. But anyway, ship cannot change course. I didn't ask it to... Oh, that's because I'm trying to attack it with the Discovery. But I'm going to leave you with that. So I need to get off because my partner would like me to do a late night stack of some toast. So I need to go entertain that one. And I also need to have a chat with MJ as well in regards to what, not MJ, sorry, Midge, with what he was discovering. That's if he's still online. So, but anyway, thank you everyone for coming to join me on this stream. I do hope to actually carry on streaming a bit more often. But again, it's just a case of when getting my arse into gear to do it. Let's just say that's the biggest part. Getting my arse into gear, and 2, making sure that I actually have the time to actually do it as well, with everything else as well that I'm doing on YouTube, with trains, and obviously everything I've got going on at home, because home life is taking on a lot more. Certain things will speed up when certain things happen at home, which we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for. So, but I will get there eventually. So, but thank you everyone for joining me. I know we haven't had many in watching, but for those who have come in watching, thank you very much. For those who do watch the catch up on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video on, this is the YouTube side of things. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. More videos will be coming. Like I said, I'm going to do a video on the Academy at some point this month. I'm going to get myself into the right mind frame to actually do it. But anyway, I'm Admiral Pegasus. Thank you for joining me. And until next time, take care, stay safe, and I shall see you all later. Until then, goodbye.